Come on, Rodrigo. Everybody clap bad. Clap bad.
You'll get me with episode 7.
Sponsored by Hot Nuts.
We're gonna be doing pork butt tonight. We're gonna do an overnight smoke. We're gonna run it really low overnight just so that way I don't have to worry about it cooking a little bit too fast. But I wanna get some good smoke flavor on it, so we're gonna be running it on the Traeger at 180, in between 180 and 200 overnight. When I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna crank it up to 225 until it hits an internal temp of about 195. I know the magic number for a lot of people is 203. And you can achieve that, and usually you wrap it to get there, but we're gonna just let the smoker do its job. We're gonna put the fat cap down so the fat renders right into the meat. And there's really no point in waiting till 203. You just wanna make sure that it's probe tender. So pro tip, we're gonna be throwing Chick-fil-A sauce on as our binder instead of mustard. It's gonna be really good. And then we got Killer Hogs. Can't go wrong with anything that Malcolm Reed throws out there. By the way, shout out to Malcolm Reed, man. I learned a lot from that guy. So I bought his seasoning. Killer Hogs AP seasoning is going on first, and then you got the barbecue rub. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the binder. Now that we got the pork butt seasoned up, I'm gonna go ahead and just put it on an elevated rack, stick it in the fridge. I'm gonna let it soak in for maybe about an hour. We're gonna go ahead and get the smoker up to temp. Again, I'm running an overnight smoke, so I don't want it to run too hot. I just wanna get some smoke flavor on it overnight. So that way I can make sure that it's done tomorrow. I'm hopefully shooting for about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock for this to come off. So that way I can wrap it, put it in a cooler, and have it ready by about 3 o'clock tomorrow. Smoker's up to temp. We just pulled the pork. It was in there for about an hour, so we're gonna go throw this on. Big thing that I made sure of too is that I clean the smoker out. When you have something with this much fat, dripping down, you want to make sure that the smoker is completely clear so you avoid any grease fires. So we got everything cleared and ready to go, and you also want to make sure that that hopper is completely full doing an overnight cook. You don't want to have to stress and worry about your pellets running out. So we're gonna go throw this bad boy on. Best way to start your day is probably just waking up, having a nice cup of coffee or something like that. I woke up this morning at 6, it was still dark out, and I stepped in a big old steamy pile of dog poop when I checked on the butt. But we're gonna go over here and check it out. It's 8 o'clock now. When I poked the probe, it was at 150, so it's right around, and my daughter thinks it's funny that I stepped in the poop. So it's starting to get some really nice bark on there. I'm gonna just spritz it with some apple juice. All right, the butt has been on for 16 hours. It's about an 11-pound pork butt. Some of these cooks take longer, but we did it 180 overnight, and then we cranked it up to 225. I've been spritzing it with Martinelli's apple juice about every hour, and it's 195 right now. It's probe tender. I just checked it, so we're gonna go pull it off the smoker. Let's go. So this just came off. We're gonna go ahead and spritz it one more time with apple juice, and then we're gonna wrap it. We're gonna let it sit in a dry cooler. I'm gonna put a towel, wrap this thing up really tight, and it's gonna continue to stay nice and moist. And this thing should be ready to pull. I'm gonna do it in about an hour. So this was a very successful cook as far as timing. If you're cooking a butt at home, it might be longer, might be a little bit shorter. Every cook has a life of its own. You just gotta go off of internal temp. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this thing in the cooler. Can't wait to pull this thing and show you how soft it is at the end.
doing there? Getting some of this fresh grass-fed organic pig right here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Plating it up. Yeah.
Yeah.